Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm Subrata Sarkar, a mechanical engineer working in manufacturing industry since last 20 years. Today I'll discuss a detail about the driverless car, the evolution of driverless car, the mechanism of the driverless car, how the driverless car is working, what is the plan in upcoming future for the driverless car. Those who are regularly watching my videos on YouTube, they might have seen there are two other videos. One is on LIDAR, which is one of the technology. It's a light detection and ranging technology on driverless car applications. Another presentation on innovation one, where I've said a lot of things about the driverless car. So if you go through those presentations on YouTube, it will be, this is easier for understanding this driverless car. We all know that in the developed countries like this in US and some cases, some other areas actually, there's especially the California and some areas. This is a Google driverless car or Tesla driverless car is on trial, and it's for years actually. It's not very recent. 5 to 10 years this trial is going on for the driverless car, and there are special roads are also made for trial and validations. So the how driverless car performs. This leader technology, robotic technology, that's getting popular day by day in this driverless car applications, where there you don't need a key for operating the car actually. Even you don't need a driving license for riding into the car. So these are the things actually changes is going to come actually. Now earlier in the conventional car manufacturing industry, there's a car on wheel, that was the concept actually, like Mercedes, BMW, all the Hyundai car, conventional car manufacturer. Now Apple, Google and Tesla Motor is entered into this driverless car market, that is a computer on a wheel actually. So this Tesla company is one of the major there's a manufacturer for driverless car actually, and it's fast growing. Even in next 1-2 years it will come close to this Toyota and GM, General Motor companies. So I'm not going to discuss these commercial situations of the driverless car. What is this? Today I'll discuss some technical aspects of the driverless car, how the driverless car work and what are the steps actually. In driverless car, there are 3 steps. One is this supporting driver. It's not that you bought a car with the driverless mechanism and just leave the car on the city, it will be a driverless car. It's not so easy actually, because you are dealing with this common people and the public, so it has to be very much validated. It's 100.00% safe and a lot of other things. So there are 3 stages actually, step by steps actually. This full autonomous car will coming actually in next maybe 20 years in most of the cities. Section 1 has a supporting driver, Section 2 has a driver in the outlook, and Section 3 or the Step 3 you can say the driverless, totally driverless or fully driverless car. In section or the part 1 of the Steps 1, the initial is the driver assistance, then partial automations, and the second stage there are 2 types. One is the conditional automation, one is the high automation, and which is the extreme condition is fully automations. There's in North America and many other places, as I said, in California, people are doing a lot of research on actually driverless car. You can say here in this picture, and some person is driving, so a lot of other electronics things are given on his or her connected to his brain actually, how things are moving actually. So these are the inputs are taking. So people are doing a lot of research on this. There's a driverless car, how manual car, what are the things needs to be controlled, when the things will be in automation. So this is, as I say, like there are routes are already specialized in US. So this is an automated vehicle zone. So these are the things will be coming in most of the metro cities in developed countries, I can say, at the first stage, and later it will come in all other countries. That way technology is spread in a normal way actually. You can see here in the car actually there is no driver actually, only passengers are seated on the car. There is no position for the the driver to sit and not needed actually. So there is actually environment needed for the driverless car. Environment I'm saying about is the technical environment, a lot of cloud data, your satellite, your GPS, LiDAR technology, and everything actually. Like HMI system approaches to for this autonomous vehicle. You can see the driver. It can when it's a driver assisted car actually. So this camera and all this, it can, there's the conditions of the driver, like the physical stress level of the driver, and what is the mood or the emotions of the driver, that can detect, and accordingly, these are the things actually car can take care actually. So these are a huge sensor technology has, obviously come as automation is coming. So there are three parts actually for, this automatic autonomous or the driverless car system. Number one is the active system. These are the things actually always has to be, there's the active, like different, laser technologies, rotator, DSM, V2X, a lot of other things. And there is one is the, this sensor technology which take care of the passive safety. Passive safety, suppose some pedestrian is coming, so how your driverless car will be taking care, how scanning, how the system will be integrated with the braking system, so the like airbag system, and so a lot of other things actually. Your passenger detection of passenger, detection of undesired something coming in front, or the some damages on the road. So see, the passive detections things are there. And there is a vehicle motion control system like EPS motor. It's a very special, sophisticated one, not like which EPS motor is there still as of today. There are a lot of controls on the engine. So altogether, these are the things actually already given in driverless car, different stages, and people are doing this trial and validation process. So this is one of the future things actually which will be coming in automotive industry, and people, this driver requirement will be different actually. Now we are looking for the driver, so day by day that we may not need a driver actually to go with the car actually. Car will come automatically. Now it is like 20 years back, we are not in a position to think that we will give a call on the mobile phone, and the Ola, Uber, this taxi will come to our, where we are standing on locations. So they will come maybe in after 20 years or 30 years, it will give a call, a car will come the way it's coming today, but without a driver. And you can leave the car where in your destination. So this is a futuristic, and it is not a science fiction actually. It is already validated in different parts, so like since last 10-20 years. Now it has to be after further this validations, and or when things will be get 200% sure, then it will come into commercialization and spread into different countries. Different OEM are saying, like, that is statistics is taken from the different automotive industry. Even those who are in the automotive industry, they don't believe that these are the things will come actually. But statistics I'm showing here, like all the major OEM, their opinion has been taken. Like in Group 1, they are saying that by 2020 these things will commercially come in some areas, and some groups say by 2020 plus, maybe after 2030 it may come. Some group is saying no, it will not come, because driving is very things where you cannot put this is a driverless car actually. Autopilot mode cannot go on car roads, etc. But things technology is taking care. Day by day, technology is improving a lot actually. So it will come surely actually. Now, present situation is like investigating the level 3 and 4 transition, as I said at the beginning. Then system approach. Now industry collaboration is very much needed, and government rules are, because when you are driving a car, it has got an insurance policy, a lot of other things are integrated. Now when you are using the car without any driver, then insurance company are not yet this is agreed, and a lot of other things or laws needs to be modified actually for the driverless car. And I'll come up with in the next some other videos, the exact present, what I've said. This is last 10 years actually, what people are doing. There's a driverless car in US and some developed countries. My next presentation, I'll come up with the AV car part 2 actually, where you'll find a lot of other things, how things are progressing on commercialization with the different automotive manufacturer, what is their preparations on this, the autonomous vehicle and driverless car. Thank you very much for your attention and time.